Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're working on our semester review. What we're going to do today is we're just going to do the first half of this review. So we're going to work on 1 through 19, and then we'll do the next half of it tomorrow. I'll let you know later in class if you're exempt or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here like I do a lot of times on reviews. I'm going to go through, get you started on some of these, and let you work. But like I said, all we're doing is we're working 1 through 19 today. I knew. That look in your eye. There you go. Okay. So on this first one here, all right, it says, what is the surface area? So we've got to find the area of all of these. This is the net of a cube. So if you were to cut that out, fold it up, it would turn into a cube. So we need to find the area of each piece, and then we're just going to add them up. So since this is a cube, all of these sides are squares. So how am I going to find the area of a square? Where do you find the area of a square? Length times width. So we're going to do 5.8 times 5.8. What does that give you? 33.64. Okay. 33.64. So since this is a cube and those are squares, they're all going to have the same area. So we're going to do now to find the area of that whole thing. Okay, so all you're going to do is go in here and just add all these up. So you're going to add this, this, and this. But since they're all the same, you can just do 33.64 times 6 of them. And what does that give you?
201.84.
Yep. Sorry, 201.84 square centimeters. Okay. Number 2, assuming that these two triangles are similar, I'm looking for the value of n. So there's several ways to do it. The way I'm going to do it, though, is I'm going to set up a proportion. So we're going to go 5 is to n as 7 is to 21. And this is where you're going to do your cross multiplying and solving for n. I'm going to let you work that one out. By the way, I didn't mention a second ago, but I am going to let you use this review on your test. And the test to be very, very similar to this stuff. So, okay, number 3, we're looking for the lateral surface area of this pyramid. How do we find the lateral of a pyramid? Okay, and this was in our last unit, but it's P times L divided by 2. What does that capital P stand for? Perimeter of the base. Okay, the P stands for perimeter of the base, and what does the L stand for? The slant height, which we don't have. 7 is the height, so you're going to have to find the slant height on that one. All right. Number 4. Okay, so on this one, the whole thing down here is 20, and from here to here is 16. So how far is it going to be from here to here?
4.
It's got to be 4, right? Because if you do 20 minus 16, that tells you 4. Because you take the 20 minus that 16, that gives you the 4. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a proportion like we did a second ago. So I'm going to say x is to 16 as 6 is to 4. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cross multiply, solve for x. All right. I'm going to let you work that one out. Number 5, we're looking for the total surface area of this pyramid. So what we need to do is find the area of each piece. So let's start off with this triangle. How am I going to find the area of this triangle? Good. Base times height divided by 2. So what's the base of this triangle? It's 4. What's the height of it? 6. So I'm going to do 4 times 6 divided by 2. And it gives you what? It gives you 12. So that's all these triangles. They're all going to be the same. They're all going to have an area of 12. Now we've got to find the area of the base of it also. So the base is a square. Okay. So it's 4 by 4. So what's the area of this square going to be?
16.
It's going to be 16. So now to find the area of that whole thing, we're just going to add up all of those numbers, all 5 of those numbers. So it's going to be 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 16. That's adding that, and that. And what does that give you?
64.
It gives you 64 square units. Okay, just skip 6. Skip 6 down there. Don't worry about doing that one at all. Back now, let's go ahead and run through this real quick. We already got the answer to number 1. So on number 2, whenever you cross multiply, 7 times n is 7n, and 5 times 21 is 105. Then when you divide both sides by 7, you should get n equals 15 on that. Okay, number 3. All right, so for the perimeter of the base, we're going to have to do, it's 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21. Or in other words, 21 times 4, which is 84. So the perimeter of the base is 84. Now for the slant height, all right, slant height, the L is this right here. Okay, so we're going to have to use Pythagorean Theorem. So on this triangle, this right here corresponds to this side, that's 7. How far is it from here to here?
10.5.
Good, it's half of 21, which is 10.5. So then we're going to do Pythagorean Theorem there. We're going to do 7 squared plus 10.5 squared. If you type that in, you get 12.62. Okay? So that gives you 12.62. So now to find the lateral surface area, we're going to do perimeter of the base times the slant height divided by 2. That's going to give you 530.04 square inches. Okay, on number 4, so when you cross multiply here, 16 times 6 is 96. 4 times x is 4x. Divide both sides by 4. And you should get x equals 24. Okay, number 5, we already got the answer. We're skipping. Okay, on number 7, so total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. And so the r is the radius, 14.2, the h is the height, 12.8. So I'm going to let you plug those numbers in and find that. Okay, number 8 talks about a 4 by 6 note card reduced by a scale factor of 3/5. So scale factor is a number you multiply by. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each dimension. So I'm going to do 4 times 3/5, and then I'm going to do 6 times 3/5. And that'll tell me the dimensions of the new card, what it needs to be. I'll let you work that out. Okay, on number 9, we want to find the total surface area of this cylinder. So we got to find the area of all 3 parts. So the area of the circle is going to be pi times r squared. That's going to give me that. Pi times r squared is going to give me the area of that. And then for the rectangular part, length times width is going to give me the area of that part. All right. And then you'll just add those three numbers up. Okay, number 11 asks about how many cubic feet. So what is cubic feet talking about? Is it area or volume? It's talking about volume. So it wants to know the volume, and this is a rectangular prism. Volume of a rectangular prism is the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base is going to be 12 times 8, and then the height is 5.
Teachers, please pardon this interruption.
All right, and so he's got to multiply length times width times height there, basically. That'll give you the answer on that one. Okay, number 12. She's got this rectangular living room, 14 by 11. So she's got to find the area of it, and then it's $2.50 per square foot. So you're going to find the area here, and then multiply it times the price per square foot. Okay, on number 13, this TV is 12 inches. So a little tiny TV. And you're looking for the height. So you're going to have to use Pythagorean Theorem on that one. Remember, Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So of those three, the 8, x, and 12, which one is going to be the c? Is the 12. The 12 is the c. It's the hypotenuse. Number 6 on number 7. So when we plug into this formula, you have 2 pi times 14.2 times 12.8 plus 2 times pi times 14.2 squared. And if you plug that in, it should give you 2,408.97 units squared. Okay, on this one, when you do 4 times 3/5, you get 2.4, and when you do 6 times 3/5, you get 3.6. So the new dimensions are 2.4 inches by 3.6 inches. Okay, on number 9, when you find the area of this, pi times 2.6 squared is 21.24. And so this one has the same area, 21.24. And then when you do this, you get 89.65. And then you're going to add those three up. 89.65 plus 21.24 plus 21.24. And that should give you 132.13 square centimeters. Okay, number 10. So there's 3 gallons. So there's milk to cereal. So there's 3 to 2. And we're looking for the number of gallons of milk for 2,445. So we're going to cross multiply again here. So you get 2x equals 73.35. Then you divide both sides by 2. And you get 3,667.5 gallons. Which, of course, you can't buy half a gallon, so you have to round that up or down. But okay, number 11, we already set that up. You just multiply 12 times 8 times 5, and you should get 480 cubic feet. So on number 12, we've got to find the area here first. We do 11 times 14, which is 154. Then we got to find the price. So I'm going to do 154 times $2.50 per square foot. That's going to end up being $385. Okay, on this one, so we already said 12 is going to go here, 8 squared plus x squared. And really on your test, the answers are like that. It's just how do you set it up? Just knowing to put the numbers in the right place. All right, I'm going to let you work that one out. All right, next page, number 14. If the dimensions are quadruple, what do you do when you quadruple something?
Times 2, times 4.
Yeah, times 4. So that says that the scale factor is 4. Okay. So what that means is that the perimeter is going to be 4 times also. The perimeter is affected in the same way that by the same thing as the scale factor. Now the area is where you square the scale factor. So the area is actually going to be 16 times more. I mean, that gives you your answer right there directly. I'll let you read through those to figure that out. Okay, number 15, list 3 multiples of the Pythagorean triple. So another Pythagorean triple is a 5, 12, 13. If you double that, you get 10, 24, 26. If you triple it, you get 15, 36, 39. Okay, number 16, the formula's there, but I'm going to rewrite it because it doesn't look very good. So on this, you're just going to do pi r squared times m over 360. R is the 16, the m is the measurement, the angle is 120. So we're just going to plug those numbers in there to find the area of the shaded part. Okay, number 17. So we're just trying to figure out what function. So from this 32-degree angle, which side is the h, the hypotenuse?
Oh, the one across from the what?
Yep, one across from the right angle, the blank side on this one. Which one is the a, the adjacent? Okay, remember the adjacent's the side that touches the angle.
X.
And then that makes this the O. All right, so toa. SOHCAHTOA. And I'll let you figure out which one of those you need from there. Okay, this question is so jank, but all right. Everything that's not, that's you can tell the different font there. Just basically ignore the first part of that. I don't know. That's just such a weird question. And the key word down here is cubic feet. All right, and then on number 19, it says how many square inches will she need to cover the rectangular faces? So the rectangular faces, that's without the bases, that is the lateral surface area. And lateral surface area of a prism is P times H. P is perimeter of the base, H is the height. All right, so I'm going to let you do now is get grouped up and just start working your way through here. We'll get back together in the class. All right, okay, on number 14. Like I said, we already got the answer there. It's this one right here. The perimeter will be 4 times. All right, we already did 15. On this one, you're just going to do pi times 16 squared times 120 over 360. And that should give you 268.08 square feet. Okay, on this one, you don't need the h, so you need the O and A, which is tangent. Okay, on this one, it says cubic feet. That's the key word right there. That's talking about volume. And then on number 19, the perimeter of the base is going to be 5 plus 12 plus 13, which is going to be 30 times the height of 14. And when you multiply those, you should get 420 square inches. Okay, make sure you hang on to your review. We will do the second half of it tomorrow. Make sure you hang on to it, please.